Big Daddy.
What? Huh?
Huh?
Welcome, one and all, to the latest episode of the Curse Speech Podcast. We are the Outspoken Gamers, and today, coming strong on episode 16. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, feel free to drop a like or a comment as it helps us out. You can also, subscribe. We're also available on Apple Music, Spotify, and all other podcast platforms. Dropping a 5-star rating on those will help us out, push us to more potential listeners. We greatly appreciate that. With all that said, I'd like to introduce my co-host here today. So, first up, he's been A1 since day one. Court, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Glad y'all can stop by. Hope I didn't. Could y'all hear me typing just now?
I don't remember.
Okay, good. Because I was hoping I wouldn't click clackety while Tyrone was doing his intro, but I think we good. But yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Alrighty. And then next up, last but well, he's not last. I gotta go next. My faded enemy and local cat. You got J Raiden the 7.
What? I didn't know I had enemies. I thought we had no enemies. What the fuck?
You're a VTuber. You forgot.
Oh yeah, I'm anime.
Okay.
You don't like anime.
No, I don't like VTubers.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. What you got? What you got to say?
I'm just chilling. My mom recently got SodaStream, a new one. She's making their water like extra spicy. It's fucking me up. But I'm chilling. I'm good now.
You got? Is that the thing that turned the water into?
Yeah, it has like CO2 canister and like making water to sparkling water. And what my mom does is that she does that. Then she'll put like those flavor packets in and just does that. But she be making her shit crispy. Like it be hurting.
Soda got a crunch.
He be fighting back a little bit. It hurts.
Man, y'all are. Yeah, man, and I forgot myself. I am Tywilly99. I be talking a lot, be having opinions, hot takes. I'm hosting today because
yes, sir.
Fearless, he could not make it. Shame. But we move on anyway. So, yeah, man. So, J Raiden. I recalled you got something you want to take us through today.
So obviously, hey, only VTuber here. I'm by myself. I have an enemy.
Correct.
Someone don't like me here, but being into the VTuber community, I wouldn't even say I'm like in it because I only know like a few people. I have my own little corner of friends, and just looking at it, there's so much shit that goes into it. Oh my god, there's like drama, there's like some weird shit, and like the recent fucked up shit, which it's not really fucked up, but like Opera GX, it's a web browser, it's a gaming web browser. Is I tried it for a little bit, it was pretty cool, but I mostly know them because they're shit poster on Twitter, and they're very funny. Like I know for a while they had like the 2 guys kissing as their profile picture. I thought that was pretty chill. I was like, hey, I like that guy.
Hey, that.
But recently, they debuted a VTuber. He was like, hey, cool, that's awesome, lovely, another representative in the VTuber group, and they had a very like a debut. Is basically like their first stream. Is like, hey, I exist. Hello, hi, brand sponsor me. And all that, and they had like a really good debut. It was like 75,000 concurrent, but the problem is that some people like see that and it's like, oh my god, I'll never get big. Oh my god, they're getting carried and all that. And it's just like,
right.
Come on, dude, what are you doing? Just do your shit. Stop complaining. Stop whining. It's just I just don't really get the whole like you see somebody else doing good, see you instantly down yourself, or like give them shit for doing good. It just bothers me.
Yeah, I feel like something that comes from there. It's just when you see somebody's success, it seems it and then you look at yourself, sometimes it can seem way beyond you.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just like, man, like you can't envision yourself at that point because you're not close. So you're just like, I don't even. So you can't even imagine like a world where you are at that point because it hasn't happened, which I feel like a lot of people feel. But you gotta like actually try.
Yeah,
like you can think that, but you can try though. But if you think that and then you quit, it's like, okay, well, I don't know why you did that. Or don't try at all. Like, give it a shot.
Yeah, I can understand like the feeling, but it's like, dude, you can't. I don't put that kind of like negativity out there. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a positive. Well, debatable. Either way, sometimes I see people doing well. I'm like. And I get a little upset, but it's like, what am I thinking that for? Like I never let it like get to a point to where I'm like hating on people like actively.
Right.
That being said, I don't know. And not everyone's like that. Not everyone's like that.
Yeah.
So.
It's just like this is their first stream. They're just now getting into like the routine of streaming in general, and then they was like, hey, fuck you for doing good. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh wait, you mean they're getting slandered? They're getting slandered for doing good?
Well, I wouldn't say slander, but they're definitely not having a pleasant crowd. Well, so this is like some like people that are like, you know, obviously the majority of them are like, hey, good job, doing good. But there's some people that's like, oh no, I will never be that way. Hey, why? How dare you be good? Fuck, you're a plant. That's that. Okay, I think that was the main thing I was hearing.
See that that's whack. See, I thought it was like, oh, I see they're doing good, so they're kind of down in themselves.
That's also happening.
I didn't know they was down in themselves, but then also being like, hey, screw you for doing good.
Yeah,
see, that's just messed up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, nah.
Because a big thing in the whole VTuber space is like agencies. So like, some people will like either stay indie, so like just keep it to themselves and kind of like be like a regular, well, quote unquote regular content creator, but just have it under a VTuber umbrella. But then there are some that goes like that were like candor towards an agency that they want to get into. Like, I think the big three that's kind of like I mostly hear about is like Niji Sanji, Hollow Live, and Feast Shoujo. But Feast Shoujo is kind of like so it's kind of, well, Phase Connect, and also Auto EN is starting to. There's a lot of agencies, and like people start to cater towards them because not only do they get the eyes that they want because it's a company that, you know, that a lot of people know, but they can kind of keep it. I don't know. I never really explained this, and I have to like formulate my thoughts on explaining this. But basically, some people want to stay indie, some people want to go to our agency. Opera GX is kind of like in the agency realm because it is a company. So they're like, some people like give them because it's like this technically this is their first stream, but like not a lot of people know that like they kind of have a pass. And like they probably was streaming before, or they probably had like a YouTube channel before. They're kind of used to the content creation thing because there was like an audition process for the Opera GX VTuber that I was thinking about doing, but then I saw female only. I said, can't fuck that. I can't do that. So there was an audition process, and the person who got to be the VTuber got to be the VTuber. So it's I guess it's more towards agency. But yeah, people kind of give agency VTuber shits because it's kind of quote unquote a free pass, because no matter what you will get eyes versus you having to grind your way up to get to where you are now, which I think I don't really agree with that, but I see their argument.
Yeah, I can see where they're like a little salty about that. I can see that.
Yeah, how dare you?
I won't say like. I won't even get mad at somebody for being salty. But when you're like, you know, you're like shooting your rage beam at somebody, basically attacking them. See, I don't care what nobody think to they self. But when it's like turning into bullying towards somebody, that's when it's not okay. You can be mad to yourself all you want, but don't attack nobody.
You know, motto I live by. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Get a bag. Worry about your bag. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm doing my shit. Get your ass away from me.
I seen that. The first time I ever seen that was when they had Naruto saying it. Somebody edited to have Naruto saying it in the manga. It was Naruto looking all confident with his thumb pointing to himself. He said, "Get a bag. Don't worry about what I'm doing." I said, "What the hell?"
Oh my god! I think that on a shirt. I would get that tattoo.
Hey, no, that on a shirt would go
I
crazy.
would get
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, somebody start talking shit. I just take off my jacket. Oh my god.
Hey.
Ugh.
But bullying, internet bullying is not okay. Especially if it's like, not even especially, just don't stay salty to yourself.
Yeah, that's like I get salty. I'll admit I'm a salty motherfucker. I get mad real quick. Like, hey, you want to see that shit out loud?
Yeah, especially because, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I'd be like, man, that gut reaction was really like not that wasn't even like well thought out at all. It feels like people on the internet will have that gut reaction and they'll be like, yeah, I'm about to cook, bro, with this one. Like, no, you're not. You're not. You're just bitter. You're just bitter, bro.
Like that ain't
like
that ain't how that
from
works.
a genuine place of darkness, bro. Like, step back, bro.
With like the whole VTuber stuff. Also, when it comes to like VTubers and like streaming, they kind of this another thing that I hate about like agencies. This is the main thing I don't want to be as an agency. Is they need permission to play games.
See, that's nasty.
So like,
Yikes.
just imagine new game come out, man, really excited, really can't wait to play it, and then you try to play it and your manager's like, hey, what the fuck you doing? Can't play that, don't have permission. You need to like wait like 2 weeks before you can play that, before we get permission. And I think I don't know exactly how long, but
what that remind me of?
What?
That activated my little nerd brain. That reminded me of freaking Captain America Civil War, bro.
What?
They was like, bro, you can't, because that was the whole thing. They was like, yeah, y'all can't do nothing unless we tell y'all can.
Yeah.
Like, y'all the Avengers, but y'all answer to us. So if something happened and we say you can't do it, you can't do it. If we say you can go, you can go.
Like, there is this one VTuber. Her name is Calliope Mori. She's part of Hololive. And her favorite game that she really wanted to play was Persona 3. But she didn't get permission to play Persona 3, so then she had like a whole stream just like begging Atlas to say, hey, please let me play this fucking game, pretty please. She never got permission, so she never was able to play the game. And I think it's getting an HD remake, so she probably be able to play it then. But yeah, it's weird. That
is kind of
strange.
That's why you won't see me in the agency, because I'm gonna play my fucking games.
Hey man, I hate VTubers. You know,
Man.
Jay Ryan, he's okay. I like Deb, though. She kind of posts her face a lot, so you know, she's kind of getting phased out of that. But yeah, all that stuff it's interesting. It's interesting. Don't get me wrong.
But
crazy.
I have been
crazy.
I'm pretty sure now. Don't quote me on this. I'm calling it. But I feel like the next VTuber game is gonna be that Wukong game.
Oh, yeah.
It might be. I seen the gameplay for it today. That game, like graphically it looked good, but the fights, like the boss fights, look like those are about to go crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy that it still looks the same. Like it hasn't been like drastically like downgraded, like visually. Like the actual playable version that they showed off at, what is that, Gamescom? Is that the
Yeah, I
event
think.
that just happened? Yeah. The actual, like, it just looks like that. Like they got the little nasty damage numbers that every game got. I don't actually hate damage numbers, but yeah, no, game is looking good. I've seen comparisons to like Neo and Sekiro, kind of like a halfway point between those two. And let me tell you, I see it, and if it plays anything like those games put together, like in a good mix, oh my god. You know, it's looking nice. What y'all thinking about that, man?
I'm probably going. I don't know about day one cop, but I do believe that I will. I envision myself buying the game.
Oh, that's
one
right.
because I really like Sun Wukong, one of my favorite mythological gods, deities. Yeah, I love Sun Wukong. Is so cool to me. So that already got my attention a little bit with the game.
Anime brain.
Man. Never mind. Keep going.
It's okay. It's kind of like a little anime.
You were the one that was talking.
No, bro. But Smite was what got me into Wukong, man. Come on.
I got you.
But yeah, I am happy that game still look good, because I would like when it first appeared. Like, how many years ago was that?
It was a while.
2, 3.
Like, I was like, okay.
Let's see.
It just looked good because obviously, new game gonna look good until it comes out. Thank you, Final Fantasy 15. But then now seeing like how long it lasts, like how long has it the development process has been, and has it been dropped, and it actually looks good. I'm kind of happy because I've been itching for a game like this. I'm tired of playing Bloodborne every year. Actually, that's a lie. I can never get tired of playing Bloodborne, but want some new.
I would like a 60 FPS game that plays as good as Bloodborne. That would be nice. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
I don't think they're going to do that though.
I'm saying like a new video game that scratches that Bloodborne.
Okay.
I know Bloodborne's doomed. I know Bloodborne.
And I know it's doomed. He said it's over, bro.
Like the game runs at 30 on PS5. There's no remaster coming. Even though these news cycles will have you convinced. There's definitely no sequel coming, because I mean, it'd basically be a new game unless they, I don't know how that would work lore wise, but yeah. This game looks good. And listen, Neo 2, like I said, if it takes any sort, and it does remind me that like the fact there's like different forms, I don't know, like the way the magic is. Well, the magic itself doesn't, but just like the general flow of the game, like if it feels that way, it'll be pretty darn close to a game that plays as good, not like, but plays as good as Bloodborne, like in a different way. Also, like I said, Sekiro, like that game, oh my god, that game flows so well.
So, Court,
and it does feel similar.
When you gonna beat that Sekiro game, huh?
When I'm gonna beat who?
When you gonna beat that Sekiro, huh?
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Until y'all brought that up today, I forgot Sekiro was even in this realm of existence. But Sekiro, I ain't even thought about that game, bro. I haven't thought about that game. What? I forgot I owned it. I ain't even gonna lie.
I never did.
We just gotta accept that the rest of our friends ain't playing that.
They're just not cool. They're just not cool. They're just not.
Like aside from our boy Yuki, has anyone else beat the game other than us three?
Not Fearless.
I know Fearless didn't. Fearless stopped literally on the final boss. I think Coco did too.
Okay, so this is the thing.
I don't know anyone else that played it. So
y'all know me with them type of games.
Can he do it?
Kenny ain't beat it. Y'all know it's on brand for me to drop it. The other boys, the other fellows, them dropping it, that got me shook. I said, bro, what? And y'all was at the end of the game?
Because Sekiro is a game where, like, when it clicks, it clicks. I'm guessing that Fearless is crazy because he made it to the end of the game. I guess it never clicked. Like, he made it through the game without it, like, clicking fully. Because that final boss is like, yeah, let's go. Like, this is if no one else, I have to kill him. Like, this is the boss I have to beat. But for him, it was like, nah, this is too much. It's interesting. And it's funny because when we first started talking about the Wukong thing, I was like, he was like, it might be a day one cop. I was like, might, but then I was like, oh snap, he's keeping his expectations in check. Cause you remember this is Souls like. I was like,
no,
man,
yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, huh, you know, that's on brand as well.
Oh,
that is true. That is true.
So
but yeah, also I don't know what's going
for it though.
Is anything gonna pull old boy off Baldur's Gate 3?
No.
I mean, that game comes out next year. If he's still replaying Baldur's Gate 3 by then, bro,
he made a claim that his Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay hours was gonna reach close to his Smite hours. He made that claim.
No. He can't do that.
He made that claim.
He can't do that in this lifetime.
I ain't saying that he can't. I'm thinking he shouldn't. That's just me though. That's
not good for his health.
He's selling me on the game though. I might get it on the play. Look, he was playing it. Listen. He stripped all his characters butt booty.
I knew it. He was some horny fucker. I knew it.
Listen. I did not know you could do that.
Yes.
He showed that to me. I jumped out my seat. I said, "They
has full
butt."
nudity.
Yeah, I was shook. I said, "They butt booty complete naked."
Yes.
That was one of the things. Like when the game first came out, there were streamers stripping their characters nude, and it was like, y'all realize that this remove underwear button will remove your underwear, right? But they
can do it though.
The games where you can take it down to the, you take it down to the underwear in the game. You just like, all right, that's as far as we going. You ain't going past that, buddy.
Yeah, the last game that I recall doing this that also kind of, I mean, they didn't really get praised for it in the long run, but Cyberpunk also, you can just be naked.
Yeah, you can.
A game like Baldur's Gate having it is kind of crazy.
Also,
like
I've heard in
Cyberpunk you can't look at yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of sex in that game too.
Baby,
there is.
Yeah, but I noticed when there was a freaking it was the large creatures getting backshotted in a barn or something.
Whoa!
Yeah, I recall being in the Discord. Right, I just missed it, but y'all were talking about it. I recall that.
Yeah,
that game drops in like a week and a half for console, like the first full week of September. So that'll be cool. I'm getting it for sure. Oh my god, bro. September's stacked, October's even more stacked. If I don't finish that game by October, I'm gonna have to circle back in like December or something.
Are you copping Immortals of Avium?
No, I am not.
Oh, you're not getting
If I didn't get Atlas Fallen, I might have gotten Immortals of Avium.
I regret my Atlas Fallen purchase, and I wish I would have got that instead. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but also, like, yeah, I don't know. I still got a bunch of other stuff. I'm just glad Atlas Fallen wasn't 30 hours. I'll say that right now, because I could actually finish it.
At least the game ain't good. At least it's short.
Like,
wait, you already beat
Diablo? Yeah,
Tyrone beat it.
It wasn't that long. It was like, it took me like 20 hours, but I was doing a lot of side stuff. It's not very long. But yeah, in a year where I still haven't finished Diablo, I'm at the very end of Final Fantasy. I am so glad that open world, I guess RPG, it was weird. I'm glad it wasn't a bajillion hours, because that would have made me mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Immortals of Avium isn't long either. It's just $60.
Oh my
$60 that I wasted. I'm getting a little toxic. I don't think that game was a waste of money. It was not worth 60 though. I'll say that.
It was, yeah.
You know
not
what?
worth
You can
60.
look at it. You can look at
Let's
it.
talk about
You can look at it like a movie ticket. Like
no,
a movie. When you get a movie ticket, you just like, hey, I'm paying you this money. I don't know if this movie's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be bad. But the only thing I'm spending is just $20 in my time.
but but multiply that by 3.
Now, I will say, it's an expensive movie ticket. But like, hey, you got your time. You say, hey, you know what? I like that experience. That shit was ass. Kind of like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I got you. Wait,
They're like, hey, wait a minute.
I almost agreed with you. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
I did hear a lot of people like it. I did hear a lot of people like Blue Beetle. I did.
Blue Beetle was good.
No, yeah.
Me and Court, we went on a cute little date. Sorry, bro. We saw it together. We saw it together. Hey, you did try to hold my hand, though. But we saw it together. And yeah, I got my thoughts on it. If you would like, you can go ahead and speak on it first, Court.
Okay, well, first off, I just wanna, cause I know me and Tyrone here, I know we wasn't tripping. I swear to you, anybody can do their research and call me out if I'm wrong. I swear IGN put that movie as a 3. I swear 3 was the number.
Uh-oh. I mean, it's also IGN. It's also IGN.
I swear 3 was the number for the review. And we got out the movie. Tyrone sent me a message. It was a 7. I said, did they backtrack? Like, wait a minute, hold on. They said, wait a minute. They said, the person who reviewed it, he was salty that day. Somebody crashed into him. Something happened. Listen, we got somebody else to do the review. It ain't that bad. It's not a 3. But nah, I thought the movie was pretty good. Like the start of it was kind of
First third is not.
Yeah, first third was not great.
Great.
It was when it started in like that first third, I was like, man, I really hope that it goes up from here, because I was like, if they keep this same little thing going, I said this ain't gonna be too hot. But as it kept going, it honestly, the movie it increases in quality with time, like as the movie is going.
It really does.
But I thought the movie was good. The some dialogue was a little.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was a little. I was like, okay, that could have been delivered a little bit better. Like who was the evil white lady in the movie? I don't remember her name.
Something Cord.
Yeah.
Is it Veronica?
I don't even remember.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she sucked.
Yeah, she was not.
She wasn't very
good. Her performance in that movie was not great.
Like no shade to the actress. I don't know literally anything about her, but that character was bunk. Like,
I don't know if it was like they wasn't giving her the right things to say. Maybe she was doing the best for what they was giving her. I don't know. But her performance was not the best.
I will say, the one thing that got me every time was the little microaggressions, the subtle racism. I said,
oh my god,
okay, she kind of nailed that.
Yeah, she
cooked with that. She cooked there.
She was giving tinges of racism there. I was like, every time she said something, me and Tyrone looked at each other. We caught it immediately. We was like, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "Jesus Christ, this lady's racist."
You can't say that she was bad on everything but the racism. That's terrible.
No.
Hey, listen.
You feel it though. Because obviously the characters are like a different. Like a majority of the cast were like, portraying Mexican characters. But it's like that don't matter. Like like there are just some things within like any culture where you're like, bro, you're not supposed to do that. Like she would call people the wrong name and stuff like that. It's like a more, I don't know, quote unquote Hispanic sounding name than like what they go by. It's like, bro, what is she doing?
It'd be a thing where somebody'd be like, their name would be like, I don't even know.
It's the opposite. She would like Americanize their name. There was a couple of characters that did that actually.
Yeah, she would just give them a more American name, or a name that sounded like a name that I guess she would think somebody of that race typically has. She would just switch it to that one.
No,
like Jesus Christ! Listen,
so the villain worked on that part.
I'm not saying. Look. All I'm saying is she wasn't that great in that movie until she needed to get racist. That's all I'm saying. Now, I ain't saying she racist. Listen, I ain't saying she racist in real life. But look,
you can't
came a little too natural, you know.
It rolled off the tongue a little too smooth.
I don't think that's a good thing to sell yourself on. She got everything.
Hey, she was at the what was it, what do they call that for the tryouts, the auditions? They was like, like she was at the auditions. They was like, yeah, I don't know about her, bro. She said something racist. They said, hold on. They said, go back. Say that again. She said it again. They said, hey, hold on. We might have one right here. We might have one.
Oh my God.
Like, I will say, having a villain that's, like, overall, like, not super interesting or, like, kind of bland, like, obviously that's a bad thing. But listen, all I'm saying is when your cast is, like, primarily, like, in the context of the, like, you know, like, for example, a Mexican family in America, like, that would make them, like, minorities. Having your main villain be white, if you want them to really, like, if you're not too great at the writing stuff, a little racist edge, that you made them better. Made them better.
That probably was on purpose. They probably was thinking the same way you thinking right now.
On purpose. It was definitely on purpose, because it's like, even though it's a superhero movie, like aspects of it are grounded, like especially like the whole like fresh out of college can't find a job thing, like aspects of it are grounded. So, you know, that really helped to ground it, you know, like, because it wasn't blatantly like she wasn't slinging slurs and stuff. That would be crazy.
Oh, thank Christ. Whew.
But
no, she wasn't. No, it wasn't. She
was just like, because that's like that's like what people think of. They think of like these mustache twirling, like when they think of racism, they think of like, they conflate it with like evil, but it's like, it's not like blatantly evil all the time. Like it's as subtle as like just being like insensitive to like another culture, like, and not caring like at all. So I mean, I'll commend it there. I'll give it up. The villain, she could have been like a 3 out of 10, but they made her like a 4.5. She still sucks.
Like in terms of the acting, I'd say she was probably the worst actor. I wouldn't even say she's the worst actor. She gave the worst acting performance in the movie to me. I like every time she spoke, I was like, this just seems so. Everything I say need to be evil because I'm the bad guy. That's it. Like everything. Like there was no like, I don't know, depth to the character. She was just evil to be. Yeah, she was just evil because that was her role in the movie. It was to be
like she was evil, but her racism showed more.
Like there were like little things, but it's like that's not enough for you to be this like villainous. But you know, and there's another villain that I think is better. Like his motivation isn't really super clear. Well, I kind of get it. Like he's sort of like without saying too much, he's kind of like indebted to her, I guess, in a weird way. So he kind of has to work for her, and I think he works pretty well as like a opposing force, I guess, because obviously evil white woman, she's not pulling like the Arkham Asylum. She's not injecting herself and becoming like a giant monster, right? Like she's just a normal lady, you know, with that's like a billionaire. So having someone else to be like a physical threat, that was nice. That's usually a pretty good setup most of the time.
Now, what I thought was gonna happen, which I may have liked a little bit more, is if, like, you know how he felt, you know, he indebted to her, so, you know, she thought she had his loyalty. It would have been nice if he just kind of, like, I don't know, at some point, like, not at the very end, but at some point, like, in the middle towards the end, he kind of just, like, smoked her ass and started doing his own thing.
Yeah, I do feel like that happens a decent amount, not just in like superhero stuff, but in, I don't know, in movies in general.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to avoid that sort of cliche. Not saying this movie's original, because I mean,
it's very.
I wouldn't say that at all. But it does most of what it sets out to pretty well. Like the highlight of the movie, Jaime and his family.
Oh,
Jaime's family. I don't know why I said Jaime and his family. It's Jaime's family. They rock. They are great.
Highlight of the movie. Family was the highlight of the movie.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Usually with movies, Jay, you know how movies will have, like, you have your main character.
Yeah.
And you kind of have like the co-star.
Yeah.
But then, like, after that, it's kind of like everybody else is kind of just, especially with superhero movies, it feel like they just there to be there and they don't really provide nothing but knowing the main character.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're
talking about. Like everyone has like a function or something.
Yeah.
But they're not like. There's no like sense of community. They're just kind of like almost like co-workers, you could call them.
Nah,
they're because they gotta be.
This was some genuine family shit, isn't it? Like he like like also that it's not even like they're important to the movie. They're important to the movie. Drops off, they actually get more important as the movie goes on.
Oh, that's surprising.
They don't get pushed to the side ever. Yeah. There's a reason that we say that as the movie goes on, it gets better. That's because they're in it more. That's because they get to do more stuff. Like all their scenes, they're either like heartfelt and like get you in your feelings, or they're hilarious. Bro. No, they feel like an actual family. That is because like DC, they've got Shazam, which I didn't see Shazam 2, but Shazam 1 also has like a pretty good family dynamic. And like outside of DC, like when it comes to superhero stuff, you got like, I don't know, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're kind of similar, though it's a different kind of family, you know.
Yeah.
But it is. I wouldn't say it's underrepresented, but it's still refreshing to see. Like, I'll never be mad if you give me a good family in a movie. Like, it's just. No, especially when they're as entertaining as this one is.
Oh, yeah.
It just works.
I also really hope that if they do end up making a second one, I hope that they're in it. Like, they don't just shove them off somewhere in the corner.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because you know what the movies like to do when they hit the sequel, it's like, okay, since this is the sequel, we gonna have, I don't even know, the story is gonna be less coherent, but we gonna up the action, which is cool. But it was cool like in the past. I feel like they got away with that a lot more. Now people like will go to a movie and be like, yeah, it's got action in it, but this story suck. and I'm about to call them out for it. Like people ain't just gonna be like,
Well, the writer strike is still happening.
That is true.
So all the good writers are like, fuck you, pay me. And I don't think that's ended yet. So like all the newer movies are kind of like not with the original writers.
Yeah.
They're either getting delayed or people who should not be writing them are writing them.
Yep.
So,
but I will
wish they would just treat them right.
Oh yeah. Like
just treat them better and we can move on.
They're the people that's writing the story.
You got them here for a reason. You should definitely, do more for them. What they ask at the very least.
Yeah,
it'd
be crazy.
But yeah, that's not how things work.
The writer strike. That's terrible. But I wanna throw this back to one of the other goats in the movie studio. The fight choreographers for Blue Beetle. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. They was the fights. The fights kind of went crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They was throwing them things. Like they were getting they were getting down, bro. I saw a tweet. I think it was from someone from RDC. It was like they was boxing and they're not wrong. They're not
like Jay no cap. It was scenes where he would use his little wrist cannon thingy.
Yeah, it's Mega Man Blaster.
But it got to some point where he said, bro, forget the cannon. He put his hands up. He just started martial arting people all over the place. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, I said, this is kind of going crazy. It is nice to just see I don't know, just a hero just don't, because he don't have to. He didn't have to do that.
No.
He said, shoot, I feel like it. And he started throwing it.
Yeah, there was a good mixture of him doing the Blue Beetle stuff where he just changes the suit, gets the little arms on the back. There's a good mix of that, and him just being like, oh, okay, you shot me, and then he flips a guy and kicks him in the a wall, or another guy's like,
God damn.
you're like
they went straight Power Rangers on some scenes, bro. Not even gonna lie. I said this got a heavy Power Ranger influence in here.
There's that scene in the trailer where he puts those swords together and makes that bigger sword. Yeah, that part delivered. That part delivered. The trailer ain't gassed it too much. The trailer gassed it just right. It was cool. That's one thing. Great action, and it looked good too. It wasn't just well choreographed. It was visually nice to look at, and I would say that about most of the movie. It was just there's some scenes where they're in dark places, but it's not movies got color when it needs to have it. You can see things.
I don't want to talk about this CGI city, bro.
There's a CGI city?
It didn't look too good.
It's a CGI city.
The setting was really I don't know, maybe this is just how people feel when they watch DC stuff, where they're like, that's not a normal city. But I saw the city, I was like, what's going on here? Because they had the I don't know, the slums, the poorer area where the main family, the Reyes, where they live.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a normal place, right? Obviously just not the highest quality buildings. And you go over a bridge, and it's just a huge metropolitan area with these super fancy high tech buildings. I'm like, is this how his city is in the comics? Because this is confusing, and they kind of don't really touch on it. So it's that must be.
It looked like Mega City from Fortnite.
Oh no!
It looked like Mega City.
He's right.
No.
It felt so weird because it's the surrounding area is just this is just a neighborhood. I could go here in real life.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not sure like what the city's supposed to be like, but like it plays into like they talk about like how, you know, all the rich people live over there and they screw over all the poor people, which is like, you know, that's just how things are in the real world too. But they didn't really like get into it much more than that. I think it being confusing was just how it looked. Like it just looked funky.
Yo, it was very off-putting. Like when you see it the first time, you're just like, "What the hell?"
But yeah, aside from some crummy CGI with the like environments, like the suit at no point looked good. Also, the suit's not CGI like entirely, right? I remember set photos of him just.
No, he's in the suit.
Yeah, which I like.
They did a good job, I feel, of mixing. They definitely mixed practical and CGI.
Yeah.
Into it.
It was nice. It was
also
nice.
The fight scenes, like when you see, it's not ridiculous. Like you're not gonna get somebody, I don't know, bruh, punching it in the whole city block. Every car on the city block fly back. You ain't gonna get no collapse. The fights, they didn't feel grounded, but they felt like the scale of them fit the movie.
They definitely felt more grounded than like, obviously, because for the most part he's just fighting like dudes, so it wouldn't make sense for him to hit him with a city block array. You know, it's like that dude just has a gun, you're bulletproof, just knock him out, you know. But like when it comes to like him fighting the other, like, you know, the other villain, the physical threat, like those fights get a little crazier, but they're still like, they're not going all, it's not like Man of Steel. All right, it's not even like Shazam really, where they're like,
nah, it wasn't even.
Well, Shazam, they didn't. It was hot, larger scale, but they weren't like destroying stuff.
Yeah,
but it's like they're not going like multi-city blocks and just like fighting all over the place. Like no, they kept it. They kept it contained to a point to where I would say it's easier to follow.
Yeah, no, if the fight started on a street, the fight stayed on the street. That
pretty
street.
Much. Like they might go into like a neighboring building, but they wouldn't go much further. Yeah, I appreciated that because, you know, maybe the sequels will have something crazier. And don't get me wrong, there are some like early on there's a scene where he goes like super high into the air, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. But you know, it's not like a brawl. You know, it's just us getting to see what the suit's capable of. So yeah, I appreciated that. When I was talking about it with Cortland, like right after we saw it, I was like, yeah, that was probably like a cool 7. It might just be like an 8.5 now that I've had time to let it sit, because it was refreshing. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit.
I feel so bad because I probably give it like an 8, 7.5, 8. I feel bad because I think the movie has actually been starting to get a little bit more traction in terms of money. I know it's not gonna make like a lot, sadly.
It ain't Marvel.
I was about to say opening weekend, bro. That movie bombed.
Yeah,
5 million out of 104. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
think it's getting.
Oh my lord!
It's getting a little bit more traction, but I'm very sad because that movie is probably not gonna make a lot of its money back just because it was like I said, it was not marketed the best.
Also, it has the DC stigma.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Because it's like not to compare it to Spider-Verse because they're not similar, but like even with Into the Spider-Verse, like that movie, even though everyone knew it was gas, like that movie didn't do too well. Just because, I don't know, probably the whole like animation thing. If it wasn't like for the word of mouth of people gassing it, then Across the Spider-Verse, you know, it probably wouldn't have did as well as it did, because Across the Spider-Verse did really good. So
Right.
I mean, hopefully they make something off Blue Beetle, and then those of us with that have been enlightened, we can let people know like, hey, this movie's good. You know, you should definitely see it and see the next one. Hopefully help us get that
Now,
made.
I did say because James Gunn, now he didn't have any part to play in the making of this.
No.
Now, hopefully, this movie gets a sequel, and if we can get a sequel with James Gunn foot in it, hey.
Wait, what have James Gunn done?
This
What
is
has
his
he done?
specialty. Guardians of the Galaxy, like the whole trilogy, which to me is the greatest Marvel movie trilogy that we have seen. He did the Suicide Squad, like the second one. That's also pretty good. That movie bombed also, which is unfortunate, but it's really good. Oh gosh. He's done other stuff. I gotta pull this up. My bad. But yeah, just those like four alone, like Court said, if he has any involvement with like a Blue Beetle, so yeah, Peacemaker, the show that's related to the Suicide Squad. It's a weird like sequel thing.
Yeah. So basically,
at least
he knows
he
knows he's doing.
Yeah. Like he also like I've watched like a thing where he like ranked his like top superhero movies. He knows his stuff when it comes to like comic books and whatnot. And he I don't know if you've heard, but he'll be like taking over as like the sort. He'll be like setting things up, I guess, for like the new DC universe. Like he'll be sort of overseeing it. I'm sure he'll be directing.
He's like the Kevin Feige in DC, pretty much, right? Is he kind of like that?
Listen, I don't even know what Kevin Feige does.
Yeah, who's Kevin Feige? Y'all just
name.
throwing names.
He was
out.
the guy for Marvel. He was the guy for like.
Okay.
He was involved in like a lot of Marvel stuff. I probably used to know, but I like with how much stuff has been coming out, I stopped. But yeah, what Court said. So he'll be. Kevin Feige, he was sort of like he oversaw like a lot of MCU stuff. Well, the whole thing basically. Obviously, the directors like they made the movies, right? But like the general sort of like where things would end up, the sort of framework that like everyone had to follow to a degree. Like he was that guy. So like James Gunn would sort of be like that for like this new DC stuff, like with the new Superman stuff, Batman, all that.
Okay.
Well, not the Batman, like the Pattinson stuff, a new one. So yeah.
I'm just learning. I am not good with names. Cause like y'all were talking that James Gunn, I was like, they make movies. That's all I do.
No, I I get that. I used to be that way too. And then I don't know. I just activated one day. I started caring. So yeah. Things are definitely looking up for DC again. I hope they I hope this. I want to see Blue Beetle again. I want to see these characters again. I really do. Like Jaime, he's cool. Fresh out of college. I mean, can't relate there, but
like it would be nice to see him again, and then also, if they get these other movies with these heroes, right, see him in a team movie with other heroes. That would be that would be nice.
Listen, I don't care where he is, what planet he's on. He needs to get an awkward phone call from the family, and it needs to be at least a 2-minute scene, bro. They could be on Apocalypse. I don't care. His nana needs to call him and wish him good luck or pray for him. Do something. We cannot. This can't be the last we see of all the Reyes, including Jaime, of course. But we need to see them again. That's my biggest takeaway. But unfortunately, shifting a little bit, we will not be hearing Charles Martinet again as the voice of Mario. He stepped back. Now he's not done with Mario. Like he will still. This tweet reads that he'll be the Mario ambassador, so he'll have some involvement with like new Mario actors. Not, but like he kind of deserves it though.
He
like,
does.
The Mario ambassador.
I just never thought that would be a title.
Man, if you ask me, I think it should have been Chris Pratt.
It's the new voice in the game. Anyway.
No. It's the Mario ambassador.
He did play Mario in the Mario.
You're crazy. Either way, and the second part surprised me. He's not in the new Mario game that's coming out this year. That's not him in that game.
What's it called again? Like Imagine? It's like...
no, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's the full title.
Yeah,
Wonder. I really wish it was just called Super Mario Wonder, but hey, whatever. Bros got to be in there somewhere. But yeah, he's not in that, and nobody knew, which is a good thing, I think, because that means that the new person is rocking it. But
yeah,
I mean, it's not sad, right? The guy's getting up there. He probably is.
Throat probably hurt.
Yeah, you probably would like to, do something a little different for a change. But I mean, just y'all got any strong feelings about this?
I feel
like it's something that it had like at a certain point. I feel like when you do something for so long, it's like, okay, well, I kind of don't feel like doing that no more. They found a way for him to not like, he don't have to do the Mario voice, but he can still be like involved in Mario stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this works out. I think that also, if the new person doing it get it down, I feel like voicing Mario, I feel like if you practice enough and you get the lines down, then I'm pretty sure it's not too difficult to find somebody who can do that. You just want to get the right person who can.
I also feel that like Mario's like in that realm where it's like, obviously he wasn't going to be able to voice Mario forever. He's human, he's mortal, he's going to probably pass on one day. Mario he's never going to die. He's going to last forever. I've known Mario since I was a baby, and now I am over 20 years old, and he has not aged, but the voice actor has aged. So Mario's eternal. He's going to be Mario forever. And I feel like Mario voice is kind of like a Kermit voice, in the sense that like
everyone's got one.
Not only that everyone got one, but once you have it, it becomes like indistinguishable. So like when you kind of have a Mario voice, you can hear nothing but Mario. So I feel like future generations of Mario voice actors, because there will be generations, I feel like the future generations of Mario voice actors will be fine. And it's not like they're gonna like fucking do the Chris Pratt shit again. I don't think they're gonna do that again. They're not gonna. Next thing you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Mario this game. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Holy crap! You said like the worst name you could. Oh my lord,
Bruce Willis.
But
what the?
Even still, I'm glad he, like you say, he's still a part of it, and like obviously he loved his job. If he's been doing this for this fucking long,
yeah.
So it's good he's now the Mario ambassador. God, that's still crazy. It's a crazy title.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of in soccer, bro, with Pele, because he's a soccer player. And I don't know, he was playing soccer for so long, and he was so good, so iconic in Brazil. He went from a soccer player to the Minister of Sports of Brazil. It was like
that gives off similar.
The Minister of Sports.
Nah, that's the Minister of Sports. Like, could you? The Minister of Mario Brothers. Jesus, that's
Minister of Gaming.
That's almost intimidating. Like,
yes,
what?
That's a goddamn boss.
Talk to you? Like, can I even show you respect without without like offending you, bro. My bad. Nah, that's
the emperor of PlayStation.
Oh man.
One day I'll be the ambassador of VTubers. One day.
Everybody answers to him.
Oh my god! I hope he has like a plaid. Just like you said, you know his name. Under it's an ambassador. Mario. He needs a plaid. Godly.
That's cool though. Ultimately, this was something that was gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not like sad about it. I know I sounded sad.
I thought he died.
That was just to sell it.
Yeah, when the Twitter post happened, I said, "Uh-oh."
Because I saw the Nintendo thing, I was like, I hadn't read it yet, and the person that like put it on my feed was like, "Thank you, Charles," or something. Like it was something like that, a hashtag. I was like, "Uh-oh." I looked it up. He said, "Yeah, he's stepping back." I said, "Oh." I took a big breath. I said, "Oh my!" I thought he was out of here. I was like, the tone, like what I was getting, I was like, "Oh, this something bad must have happened." I read that he stepped back. I said, "Oh, that was pretty cool, actually." Like that he's, yeah. So I definitely felt that though. I thought he was gone, but no, I'm glad that he's still involved. I'm glad that the new whoever they got sounds like Mario. You know, no offense to Chris Pratt. I don't really care. I still need to see that movie, so you know.
Yeah, I bought that movie on DVD like 2 months ago. I ain't even opened it.
The fuck?
Yeah, I haven't seen complaints about like him after the fact. Like,
nah.
So I'm sure that his performance was fine.
Yeah, Chris Pratt did fine.
I'm also glad he's not in the games. Also, Charles, he was in the movie. Court, have you seen the movie already? I haven't, but you know, have you seen
No. I bought it on DVD, but I haven't.
I've seen the movie.
I haven't opened it.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say, Charles is in that, right? Like we knew that before it would. And I'll say this. Those were probably his final like Mario those were his final Mario related roles, because he also voiced Luigi and I think Wario. And maybe Waluigi. I'm not sure about that last one. So he's not voicing any of them anymore, but his final like related roles, because he's actually a couple of people, were kind of insane send-offs for him. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're both definitely like tributes to Charles, like the fact that he voices the people that he does. It's well, shoot, I don't even know if you'll recognize him. I'll just say it. He voices their dad, right?
Oh,
like the father of the Mario brothers.
Yeah.
And then he also voices a character that's like a tribute to Mario's first appearance, which when he was called Jumpman, right? He had like different colored overall, or you know, he just looked different. It was his first appearance as Donkey Kong. He voices another character who is like a tribute to that. So yeah, that's for those being his last Mario related roles, and also Nintendo like outright just giving him like a little farewell card. And then apparently they're gonna have like a video message too with like him and Miyamoto like as a final send-off. They're taking care of Buddy. Like they're not just disrespecting him. Like, yeah, he's out, which you know is deserved. He's been Mario the whole time. Time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for him. Yeah, man. He I mean, he was Mario. Like, there's not really much else to say. He doesn't deserve anything less.
I mean, now he's ambassador of Mario. Come on.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, speaking of, well, not speaking. The next topic we got here. I tried, but I forget that. So, new Boruto manga dropped. I was about to say chapter, but it's
it was
just outright a new manga. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex.
Hate that title.
I'm not gonna pretend to be a Boruto fan. J. Rudden, he ain't got no reason to pretend. But the new characters, we can at least comment. Wait, are you a Boruto fan? Did I just assume?
I mean, no.
Yeah. So anyway, in that first chapter, don't know anything plot related. I didn't read it because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna skip a whole manga just to read the time skip. But either way, we got new designs for the characters, which that was one thing that I did not like about Boruto. He was kind of ugly. So at
like
the
Boruto?
very
You
least,
just called a child ugly.
You ain't like his
design.
jacket? Was it the hair?
It was his hair, yeah. His hair.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't fuck with the bananas either.
His design, like it was just fine. Like I don't know it. Maybe I'm hating because I mean Naruto wasn't wearing anything crazy either. I mean I also haven't gassed his design either, but I do think Naruto's design is good, like from the early parts of the series. But because there have been talks about these new designs, and I'll say it, these are good. I think they cooked here. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely.
Yeah, him. I find it just hilarious because Boruto at the beginning at least was like he made jokes, he laughed a lot, he was carefree, he knew when to take a situation seriously. But he laughed, he joked, he smiled, he hung out with his friends, all that stuff. At least they show a little bit more of that, like. I will say with the anime, they show a little bit more of his like social life. So it's like, oh yeah, he's the normal kid. He went from that smiling kid. I saw that new design. He looked like ain't shit funny. Ever. Ever.
Like you can.
The funniest thing in the world can happen. He'll look at you dead serious and not crack a single smile.
Like with Naruto, you kind of kept went from base Naruto to Shippuden Naruto. He kind of kept his like kiddish side a little bit. Like he would play around or joke around. But Boruto, he looked like he spit on you before he left.
This I haven't read it, so I don't know if that was just a panel of him looking serious. But hey, listen, if they make it to where he's just like dead serious, ain't shit funny ever, I'm down with it. I'm completely down with it.
Yeah, it's a new case. We ain't got Naruto no more.
I've seen a couple of panels. Like I said, I haven't read it either. He definitely, he seems like he more than ever he is taking more after Sasuke than anybody, bro.
Yeah.
So
it's Sasuke with no Naruto.
Yeah,
because Sasuke kind of needed Naruto to like keep him grounded and destroying the whole entire village. But
I'm about to say Kawaki, he just as serious as Boruto. Ain't nobody laughing.
Yeah.
Dude, freaking Sadara ain't like that. Mitsuki ain't like. He ain't nobody laughing.
Though he does seem motivated, like in pretty large part by like Sarada. I hate her name. I can never remember it. But yeah, he does seem motivated, like at least by her. So he's got like some sort of bond that he is still holding on to. He's not like, yeah.
I just want this to be good because this is the part of the manga that people cared about.
Yeah,
like actually,
everyone's been waiting for.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's not bad.
That is something I wanted to touch on. Do we think that this is going to like swing public opinion back in Boruto's? I said back into Boruto's favor to begin with.
I feel like the design is already catching people eye. Because even with Boruto first coming out, people hated the kitties. People like as much slander as it get. I feel like even the people that slandered saw that part when they were older fighting and thought that looked cool. That's what I want to see. Even the people that slandered, I feel like they looked at that and said, "That's the part I want to see." So hopefully, yeah, like Jade. So hopefully, if they get, I feel like if they get this part right, this is gonna swing people back into it. Now, I will say, I seen a panel. I'm not gonna like spoil it, go to a big detail, but it was a panel with Naruto saying something that contradicted everything he ever tried to achieve his whole life.
I know what you're talking about. That was taken out of context. There's a much longer sentence that actually makes sense.
Okay.
So
because even I saw that and I was like, Jesus.
I didn't know that was from the newest thing. I mean,
that's in the newer ones. I guess
we can talk about it after, but I do want to clarify about that regardless.
Because when I first saw it, I was like, Jesus Christ, no way he just said that.
No, he said something negative, but the context that people are removing is like, yeah, man, the whole reason I wanted to do this was, so that, everyone could be happy. And then he says, if that can't happen, then he says,
hey, that makes a lot more sense.
Then there was no point, because I saw that, I was like, that's crazy, and then I saw the context and I said, oh, people are just lame about this.
Okay, all right.
Boruto slander, I will say, like, people don't read it, so I don't know where they're getting all this ammo to slander it from, because it's like,
tell you, they slander. Okay, I feel like slander.
I forgot about the anime. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say. First off, the anime ain't good. I like look. I'm not even gonna dog people who like, because I know it's some. I've seen people on the internet that will defend that show to the day they die. They love Boruto to death. To me, it's not good. But that's part of the hate. But I also feel like a part of the hate came from, okay, so Boruto got announced. The movie came out, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in the movie, Boruto was a little brat. Nobody liked him. Like, in real life, nobody liked Boruto because he was a bratty kid.
I'm a little brat with daddy issues.
Yeah, the whole daddy issues thing. Like, oh my gosh, my daddy Hokage. People hated him for that. And I feel like that hate for that part was so strong because they did it in the movie. They resolved it in the movie. But for some reason, when the anime came out, it took place before the movie happened. I don't know why
it was so that there would be more manga to adapt, because
that is true. Also, out of that, we did get probably one of the best choreographed fight scenes I've ever seen in the anime.
Oh God.
The Naruto and Sasuke fight Momoshiki, that fight is amazing.
I came multiple times watching that.
Jesus Christ.
He was good. He was amazing.
He said, I changed my shorts 7 times. I couldn't.
God, we ain't getting it like that no more.
that fight was great. I will give the show that for going back. We got one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. But with them going back, you got a longer period of time of them doing the thing with Boruto's personality that people did not like. It was like, okay, he was a brat in the movie. People hated him for that. It got resolved in the movie. People were like, okay, I guess. Then they went back. He was a brat again for a longer period of time. And I feel like that hate for that part just kind of kept on lingering. Like, it's resolved, but since it happened and people had that hate from that point, they kind of just kept it going. Which I agree, he was a brat, but I feel like I feel like I would have liked that more than him just being a Naruto copy paste. Mm-hmm. Just him just being like this. Oh yeah. He was like, nah, I got a problem. Also, he was a kid.
Yeah.
It's not like he was like in his late teens or something like that. He was a kid who wanted to spend time with his father, which I believe was rightfully so.
He said, "Yeah, I just wanna be with my dad, but my dad's
but
never home. I got
since it's anime and everybody gotta either deal with their situations. If they show emotion, then they get slandered. So I mean, it was bound to have, like, I felt like that had some. It kind of had. I felt like they had like some realism to it, because I know people in real life is like, I don't get to spend time with my dad ever. I feel like they get a little salty too if there's like something that they yearned for, to spend time with their father. So, I mean, I feel like since it was resolved, I feel like it wasn't. I feel like dragging the show for that so hard was a lot. Like, okay, y'all kind of OD with it, but like I said, hopefully this will sway people, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely got you. I think part of it is like, so far, I'm assuming, like, to the people that dislike it, it's yet to justify its existence, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, there's not been any part of it that's like, oh, I get it now. This is peak. This had to happen. Like, I think I'm gonna, cause that's the only thing I could really think of, like, genuinely, that's like, okay, this is it. Like, Kawaki, from what I know, is like solid. Like, I don't think anyone's a Kawaki hater. Like, he's a
people
good
didn't
addition.
seem to like him.
He's like cool. But like, aside from that, like, I've not heard like much praise for a lot of the new characters. And this is coming from the very small circle of Boruto enjoyers that I interact with, which is like nobody. Like, even you and like our other friend, like, y'all don't talk about it nearly as much. So it's like, yeah, I don't but like, just based on like the online interactions that I've just seen, like, that's kind of my thing. Like, it just seems like there hasn't been a moment that has solidified Boruto as like a thing that needed to happen, that like made it, like I said, that kind of justified it even happening, it being a thing that was created. So,
also, it coming out as fast as it did.
Yeah.
Like Naruto,
there was like no breathing room.
Yeah, and I think people were still trying to digest Naruto when then Boruto came out, and then people was like, why?
Yeah.
And then also,
because they followed the trophy thing, like, oh, it's his son next, and I feel like that's also like people like, come on now.
Yeah, I got you. And then because also, dang, I forgot what I was about to say. It also focuses like a large part of it on like one of the most complained about aspects of Naruto, like the Otsutsukis. Like, they're very important to the series of Boruto.
They the main ops.
Whereas like, you won't find anybody that's like, yeah, Kaguya was my favorite part of Naruto.
No,
like, you're not finding anyone that's like, yeah, the space alien that's a chakra god, that was pretty cool.
Did they
also, people just don't like that, and there's so much of it is based around that, which I don't know if it's like power creep, but whatever.
Lot of things, a few things I've also noticed people don't like is the power. They don't like how at the end, obviously at the end of Naruto and Sasuke are like the strongest people walking.
Yes.
Yeah, and they only get stronger too.
Yeah, and then you get into Boruto, and then now that you got people that can just throw hands with them, like, not even Otsutsuki, where like Naruto fighting Delta. She was, they last time we seen Naruto, they was fighting a god. Delta was an android. and she putting the hands on Naruto. And
You
people
know,
like, what? And then Sasuke act like he can't do nothing.
The more I hear about Boruto, the more it sounds like Dragon Ball Z.
That's
like,
what
like gods.
it kind of is. Actually, like it's Dragon Ball, but not on that large of a scale. But it's kind of almost the same blueprint.
What the fuck?
Because the androids can throw hands. It's a freaking little boy in Boruto who he apparently. So the main villain currently right now in Boruto is Code. That dude. Apparently the little boy, he can just bitch Code. So I'm thinking like, bruh, what can he? So if Code is smoking them and he's smoking Code, the power scale is ridiculous. But these people that just seemingly was, I don't know, made in a lab. Like you made in a lab somebody who could beat somebody who defeated the god. Just like what? But
sounds like
also
like
a lot of Boruto was like Boruto and Kabuki not doing like Naruto and Sasuke was fighting everybody.
Yes.
Until you know what happened.
Yeah.
and now neither one of them can fight nobody.
That's just funny.
Like literally, if the ops in Boruto decided to slide on Naruto and Sasuke, they're cooked.
Man.
And it's like, wow. That too, them getting they major nerfs. People hate that too.
Oh my god. I just find it. Because it's like, obviously, they can't be the main characters forever. It's just, but how they handle that situation is like, oh, whoa. All right.
It's a problem that they kind of created, because it's like by having like these incredibly like powerful people, you have to have the strongest people show up to fight them, because it's like anyone else would die. But it's like by having them be so prevalent in it is like you wrote it to a point to where you have to just have them like you either have to change something, right? Like someone has to be stronger than them. Well, no, someone has to be stronger than them, right, for them to no longer be like the main focus. And you do that by either having them ascend from a crazy level, or by knocking them down, or both, honestly, because I think that's probably where we're gonna end up with characters that are way stronger than they were, and them being like non-factors. I don't know, because I'm not a writer. I'm definitely not an artist, but I don't know. I feel like a different direction may have had more people on board from the start, like other than yeah, all these super powerful people. Like I don't know, man.
Because I understand what they were trying to do. Because it was like, in order for there to be any threat, they have to be stronger than Naruto and Sasuke. But at the same time, they was like, this is called Boruto, so he gotta do something.
Yeah,
but
like
the only way for him to do something of relevance is to. So they literally took the two strong. They took Naruto and Sasuke nerf, and then old boy the Otsutsuki, who he was the strongest one, he gone. So they took the strongest people in the verse and got rid, like basically, either got rid of them or lowered their power level exponentially, in order for Boruto and his little gang of misfits to be able to do something. Because if they didn't do that, they would have had to make Boruto, Kabuki, and their little group stronger than what Naruto and Sasuke were. And I mean, they could have done that, but I feel like the writer didn't want I don't know, bro. I guess he didn't want it to the point where they was like grabbing moons and throwing them and
Come on, we can just go and look on this shit, bro. Why are everyone so afraid to just start blowing up planets, start burning suns, start throwing Jupiter at me?
Burning suns.
Come on, bro. Let's just studio trigger this bitch. Why not? What's stopping us? I like seeing big colors happen. And we don't. Now to see good hand-to-hand combat. Man, fuck that. I want to see some planets blow up.
Don't slander that hand-to-hand combat, bro. The hand-to-hand go crazy.
It was nice.
Oh man,
but dang,
yeah. I guess to answer the initial prompt, I think it's possible for them to bring this back.
Oh yeah.
They just have to cook. Like the art, I'll say the artist is cooking. I believe, I think, does he? Because I remember Kishimoto, they brought him back. Is he writing or is he? Well, I know he's not drawing because it definitely feels like the other guy, Ikimoto.
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
I think they brought him back to write. I think.
Yeah, well, I just hope that because like we said, these designs are gas. Like I've been looking at them and I'm already seeing like you can tell things about the characters just by looking at them. Like Boruto and Kawaki, they're dressed very similarly, but you look at Boruto, he got his shirt tucked in, you know, his belt nice and neat, his pant legs tucked in, you know, he just got it on. Kawaki, his clothes baggy, his belt out. Like, this is cool. I like being able to look at the characters and just be like, oh, like they're similar, but just off how they wear their stuff, you know they got some major differences.
Yeah.
So if we keep like art of this quality, you know, that's great. We just need them to cook up a story that's a worthy follow-up to Naruto, which is kind of hard.
Yeah,
kind of a tough ass.
Like you have something that
influential animes out there.
Yeah,
you
gotta do that shit again.
That level of iconicness, trying to follow it up is like, okay.
Yeah, but it could happen. I don't know how likely it is, but I'm hoping for all 10 Boruto fans. I really am.
That's crazy.
But I think we got it out. I think that's a pod.
That's a pod.
Yeah.
That's a pod.
Hey man.
Caleb go hate edited this one, boy. This one was pretty long, wasn't it?
Yeah, the pace was a little flubbed, but it's all good. It's all good. Court, if you wanna give us some words, give our lovely fans some words.
I just appreciate everybody for clicking on the video, clicking on the audio, wherever you listen to this, and I appreciate you for stopping by and listening, because I think we've realized now when we got topics to talk about, we like talking. So, yeah. So I appreciate y'all for stopping by and listening to us and all that. But yeah.
Hey, Mr. Local Cat, you know, number one op, if you will. Go ahead. Say what you got to say, man.
Well, as the number one op, make sure to like and subscribe if you liked how we did our thing today. Sadly, one of us wasn't here, but you know, shit happens. Hopefully, they'll be back next episode. Hopefully. But yeah, if you like us, like, follow, you know, subscribe, and hey, if you like hearing us, make sure to download Head Time on Spotify, because helps us out. Also 5 stars, that'd be nice. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for having a good time with us.
Yeah, all I'll say is thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. Thank you for spending your time here. And with all that said, this has been Cursed Speech. We spoke out, I think.
Yeah,
I think we did good stuff.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.